Hey, Abbott, what time is it?
It's time for the Abbott and Costello Show. We're on the air for ABC here in Hollywood.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go with the Abbott and Costello Show.
By the way, Lou, what is your Sam Shovel detective case for tonight?
Well, Abbott, it's a very interesting case. I call it the case of the pencil manufacturer whose wife pushed him into the eraser machine or she rubbed him out.
Sounds ducky. Let's do it.
Let's.
And now, the makers of Gesundheit, the home remedy for common colds, presents the adventures of Sam Shovel, private detective. But first, a word about our product, Gesundheit. Friends, are you suffering from a common cold? Take Gesundheit, and in just 3 hours, your common cold will be gone. You'll have pneumonia. And remember, Gesundheit is 98% alcohol. So don't let a cold keep you from your job. Take Gesundheit. Drink a large bottle of it. You may not be the healthiest guy in your office, but you'll be the happiest. And remember this, Gesundheit, the cold remedy that is 98% alcohol, is sold with a double your money back guarantee. After you take Gesundheit, if you don't see double, you get your money back. And now, Gesundheit proudly presents your favorite detective mystery, Sam Shovel, private detective.
Yes, I'm Sam Shovel. Sam Shovel, private detective. I'm sitting here in my little office. I have no chairs in my office. I've got special tables to sit on. You've probably heard of them. They're called end tables. I just finished with a big case. I caught the 2 Los Angeles streetcar conductors who married 15 of their women passengers. They made a movie of that case. It's called The Loves of Carmen. Suddenly I heard a crash on the outside. I look out the window. It's a pedestrian, knocked down by a car. He was so busy reading the safety slogans written on a curb, he didn't see the car. I glanced across the court. The beautiful stenographer across the court is walking on the ceiling of the office again. It's not her fault. Her boss keeps telling her to get on the beam. And the detective business is pretty bad. Anybody need a detective? Anybody need a detective? I'm trying to drum up some business. Well, while I'm standing here by the window, I might as well water my plants. That's my potted geranium. Well, I got to get to work. I'm supposed to call a stool pigeon and get some information. He should have sent it to me 3 days ago. I'll tell him off. Here's his phone number.
Hello?
Listen, you. If you don't get that information over here right away, I'm coming over there and break every bone in your body. I'll kick your teeth in. I'll tie your legs in a knot.
Do you know who you're talking to?
No.
I'm Schlammy, the stool pigeon. I'm 6 feet tall. I weigh 200 pounds. I bend iron bars for exercise. I eat nails for breakfast. I'm a cop killer.
Yeah? Well, do you know who this is?
No.
Goodbye. My. I'd better get busy on my latest case. It's the case of the mix-up of the Italian families in the maternity ward. Or which Tony had twins. There's a package on my desk. It's some fancy pajamas I bought myself. I opened the box.
Meow.
They're the cat's pajamas. It's about time for my pal, Lieutenant Abbott of the Homicide Squad, to show up. What a cop that Abbott is. He's a real bloodhound. They call him the backbone of the police department. Every time they send him out on a case, he brings back a bone. The cops on a homicide squad love Lieutenant Abbott because he plays no favorites. The bookmakers love him for the same reason. Also, no winners. Abbott plays the horses the hard way. The hard way. He plays them gin rummy. As the laugh from the last joke died down, and that joke died with it, I hear someone at the office door. It's my pal, Lieutenant Abbott of the Homicide Squad.
Sam, I'm in trouble. I just had a fight with my wife, and she flew off the handle again. She's always flying off the handle. What shall I do?
Try putting glue on her broomstick.
Talk sense, Sam. You know I can't afford to antagonize my wife. Her father's the chief of police, and she carries a lot of weight at City Hall.
Your wife carries a lot of weight wherever she goes.
By the way, Sam, how's that case of the beautiful blonde you're trying to get a divorce for coming along?
Lieutenant, I'm having in-law trouble with her.
Sam, you're not married to her. How could you have in-law trouble with her?
I go to her house every night, and when I try to get in, she calls the law.
Any new cases lately, Sam?
Yes, the case of Benny the bigamist. He ditched his first wife at Pismo Beach. He ditched his second wife in Cucamonga. He ditched a third wife in Glendale.
Did you catch Benny?
No, I was too busy digging his wives out of the ditches.
Sam, I want you to help me on a very important case. Remember last year the department deported Balkan Bessie?
Yes, Balkan Bessie, the beautiful Slovakian. I knew her well.
Tell me, Sam, was she a Czechoslav or a Yugoslav?
No, she was just a good-natured Slav.
Well, never mind that, Sam. I just got worried that Bessie is trying to get back into this country. She's on a ship that's just coming into the Los Angeles harbor, and we've got to stop her. Do you know anything about ships?
Lieutenant Abbott, during the war, I was assigned to finding submarines in the Los Angeles River. That was a tough job.
What's tough about finding submarines in the Los Angeles River?
You got to dig for them.
Come on, Sam. We're going down to the dock and capture Balkan Bessie.
Lieutenant Abbott and I arrived at the waterfront. It was dark, damp, and dirty. The tide was out, way out. I don't know how far the tide was out, but it was the first time they were running buses to Catalina. I noticed a row of cattle ships all loaded with sheep. Those sheep are from Australia.
Ba, ba.
Those sheep are from England.
Ba, 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 ba.
Those sheep must be from Detroit.
Look, here's the boat Bessie is hiding on.
Lieutenant Abbott and I boarded the ship. We went directly to Bessie's cabin. As I opened the cabin door, there she stood. She was more beautiful than ever. Bessie spoke.
So you come to arrest me, eh, Sam? All that we've been to each other means nothing. Nothing. You're just a copper at heart.
Don't let her talk you out of it, Sam. I know she's beautiful, but we must do our duty. We're here to apprehend her.
We're here to what?
Apprehend her. Pinch her.
You apprehend her. I'll pinch her.
It's no use, Bessie. We're cops. And we can't let you back into this country. You've got to go back.
Bessie, before you go, will you give me a lock of your hair?
Oh, do you want to put it under your pillow as a remembrance?
No, I want to put it under my nose as a mustache.
Sam, I'm in trouble. I need strong arms around me.
Talk to me, Bessie.
I need love and affection.
Talk to me, Bessie.
To get back into the country, I need $5,000.
Talk to Abbott, Bessie.
Enough of this nonsense, Sam. Bessie, I'm putting these handcuffs on you. Never mind. Now these leg irons. Now we got her, Sam. She can't get out of there. She can't even move.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Then there's only one thing left to do.
What?
Shovel, full speed ahead, anchors away.
Get him out of here!
Well, Costello, we're a little late, so you better say thanks to this lovely audience in the studio and to all the swell people who are listening in at home.
Thanks for listening, folks. And I would like to thank the people that help us bring you this show every Thursday night. Our writing staff is headed by Eddie Foreman with Paul Conlon, Pat Costello, Martin Ragaway, and Leonard Stern.
And thanks to Matty Malnick and all his boys and our vocalist, Hal Winters.
And thanks also to our producer, Charles Vander. We'll be back again at the same time next Thursday.
Good night, folks.
Good night to everybody in Patterson. Good night!
This is ABC, the American Broadcasting Company.